Hey buddy, how you doing? How you feeling, Doms? Hmm? Yeah, you just gotta take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. Oh, I know. Well, good day, everybody. Jay from Bullshit Corner. In today's video, obviously you can tell by the title, this video is not really a good one. I know a lot of people have been asking why Tomcat hasn't been in the videos all that much, and the reason for that is Tomcat is not well. For those who don't know the history, Tomcat is about 18, 19 years old now. He was diagnosed with diabetes a couple of years ago, but his health condition moving forward has gotten worse. There was an episode last week, it was pretty stressful, that he got lethargic. He would not eat in the morning, so I had to skip his insulin. And then that evening, he started to eat, so I managed to give him his insulin. And then the following day, his back legs started to go lame. He was really favoriting his rear legs. And then I made the decision to book him into the vet. And I honestly thought, because of his condition and what was going on, it was going to be the end. But took him to the vet, did some x-rays, got some blood work. And unfortunately, because of Tomcat's age and his diabetes, he now has kidney disease, stage 2, and he also has some problems with his hips. So now I've gone through trying to figure out, like, he's better now, like as far as walking wise, he's not lame in his back hips. But I don't know, whatever he did, he must have injured himself somehow, either jumping down off something. So I bought him some kiddie stairs, and I also lowered his cat perch that he used to love so much. He's not impressed about that, but I have to limit his movement and jumping and stuff so he doesn't further injure. So the sad part is, unfortunately, because of Tomcat's age, with diabetes and now stage 2 kidney disease, the only thing I can do going forward is try to make Tomcat's life as comfortable as possible. He's going to have good days, he's going to have bad days, but the vet had said he's got maybe a year, 2 years at the most, which I've been saying for a while. I don't know if I mentioned it online, but I've been saying it to other people that Tomcat probably has less than a year left, which confirms it because he's really slowing down. So the hardest point going forward now is, when do you decide when it's best for your pet to cross over the Rainbow Bridge? I always hoped that he would just pass away in his sleep, but unfortunately I think someday I'm going to have to make that decision. And the hardest thing about that is having the guilt afterwards is, did you do it too soon? How do you know when it's time? That's going to be the hardest thing for me moving forward. So last week was a stressful week. I just spent my time with him, cuddling him, making sure he's as comfortable as possible. And like I said before, he is moving around a lot better now than what he was. So today's video is, I'm just going to tackle some small little projects that I have been working on for a while, or thinking about doing for a while. So one of them is, it's not going to happen in this video, is I picked up this Pro Point 2,000 pound 12 volt electric winch I got from Princess Auto. And the reason for that is that I've had an interview and my buddy said it worked really well, so I'm most likely going to be heading back to work pretty soon. In my big snap-on toolbox that's here in the corner, I need a easier way to load it up instead of using a come-along and everything else. So if I could build a mount in my trailer that I could easily just quickly remove the winch, attach it, and be able to winch up my toolbox using a snatch block, because it's rated for 2,000 pounds. So I'm probably pretty close to the maximum limit. So with the snatch block, it'll take the stress off. And that's what the plan is. What I do need to do in this video, though, is to get this D35 Jeep TJ axle out, remove the back cover, do an inspection, get ready to take some pictures, sell it so it's not taking up room in my garage. And I also need to work on my car, so I'm gonna have to take it to the car wash it, and bring it in. And I'll see what other kind of small projects I can get going. But first I need to get the Jeep out, and then we can start going to work. What you're hearing right now is the furnace. Put some heat in the garage. Perfect, let's get this axle in the way. We're gonna try to sell this D35. It's got a Detroit True Track, alloy axles, G2 cover, and a lube blocker gasket. I'm gonna see if I can get like 500 bucks for it. We'll see. This is where we're gonna see how well balanced the axle is going to be, because I got my Princess Auto Power Fist jack there, 3.5 ton. And I got my Princess Auto jack stands that I've had for numerous years as well. This could end in disaster, but I'm gonna try to balance the axle up, put the jack stands underneath, and then lower it down, and then put some dunnage underneath the pinion so I can start taking off the bolts. I don't think it has a drain on this one. No, it doesn't. Only a fill. Key is to try to get under it somewhat. Okay, need it's not balancing out the way I really want it to, but that's fine. We'll just kind of lift her up. Is she on both jacks? I'm on. There. I should be able to. There we go. Perfect. Need to pull the cover off, do an inspection, because last thing I want to do, whoops, is sell this to someone if there's gonna be underlying issues. I just want to pull the cover off, give this thing some love taps here. Alright. I guess there was a drain. My apologies. Let's empty it out. I just need to rotate the True Track to that spot right there. Ah, I knew that was gonna happen sooner or later. I just want to wipe down the True Track here. Just making sure everything is looking mighty fine. Mighty fine, looking good. So one of the biggest issues I had with the Detroit True Track in my Dana 35 is that the spacer they gave you, this one right here, was an extra one out of my 8.8. Is too small. So the issue is that there's a lot of play in the axles. So I drain the oil, I'm going to pull it apart, and I'm going to compare it to this size here, and or maybe weld the washer on or something and machine it. We'll see. Come on. Snap ring. Perfect. Pull it out. So that's what I mean by the big gap, and definitely got to correct that. I might have to get a pair of pliers. No, we got her out compared to the other one. So this is where we're at. This one is too tall, but I do have a washer. And what I'm going to do is we're going to weld that washer on there. And then we're going to stick it in the lathe. And we're going to machine it down. And that will definitely help close up the gap. So I need to clean this with some brake cleaner, and you always want to use non-chlorinated if you're going to be doing some welding, so you don't create some poison gas and kill yourself. Man, that wind is howling. This thing's been soaked with gear oil for years, so it's probably not going to weld too nice. Probably going to make some sparking. Alright, here we go. Just kind of line that up like that in the center as best we can. Toss in the lathe, machine that weld down, and then that side piece, it will be good. That's something I should have did a long time ago, because it's so annoying when you're out wheeling. You can always hear your axles when they extend and then bump out. So this will definitely take that gap out. The key to not messing up your welder is always let it cool down, no matter how much you weld it. Alright, let's get this in the chuck. I need to make sure it's somewhat level, otherwise it's going to be lopsided, so that's why I threw some spacers in there. Looks pretty close. I can take bigger chunks, but these lathes are belt driven. I just gotta be in the right spot to engage it. Now I'm going to be right where I need to be. So now I got the lathe feeding forward, and we're going to work on getting that other part machined down flush. So there we have it. This is why everybody should have a mill and lathe in their garage, so they can do things. And I'm just gonna put this in the belt sander, take off any rough edges. I see what they did now with the machining, with the chamfer. I could use the lathe, but I could just use this just as easy. So I just have to chamfer the edges a little bit. Now we drop right in, and that totally decreases the gap, so the axles aren't going to be violently going back and forth now. Perfect. It's been a long time since the Jetta's been in the garage, but I got a little issue I got to take care of. Problem is, I got some pieces of cardboard in the mirror there because these mirrors are just glued on and the adhesive is coming loose. So I have to pull the mirror off, re-glue it, and send it on its way. In order to fix the mirror on the Jetta, I need to get some glue, so I stopped off at Princess Auto, which is right close to me. And while I was in there, I had my eye on this bag. I'm definitely gonna have to pick it up. There's a huge selection of glue, and I'm not sure which I'm gonna choose yet, but I decided on this one, 3,500 PSI strength, and then off to the car wash to wash my Jeep before it starts rusting even worse. Yeah, this was an impulse buy from Princess Auto. This bag. I mean, honestly, when I go to the wrecking yard like pick and pull, it'll come in handy because I just put all my tools in there that I need for the job. But this is the glue I picked up. Set time 10 seconds, 3,500 PSI. Yeah, you can see right there, just hanging on by a thread there. All right, just gonna spray that with some brake cleaner to try to clean her up. Now this may not work out the way we want it because part of the film of the mirror is coming off, but I'll try to clean it up here and we'll see if we can reattach it, but it might end up in disaster. Strength 3,500 PSI, set time 10 seconds, full cure 24 hours. Do I need to cut it? Or are we good to go? Well, it looks like we're good to go. This is, I don't want to glue that on there, so let's just squirt glue all over the place and see how this is going to work out. Gonna put that on. I'm gonna hold it with my fingers now. Hopefully it'll stay. Alright. Seems to be holding. I did notice last night when I went to the car wash that this tire was a little low, so I'm gonna jack it up. See if I find a leak. I bought this jack a long time ago too. This 2-ton Power Fist Princess Auto. And I've had it in my garage for years, but never actually used it. The only thing I can use it on is my car because it's too small for the Jeeps. Find out if it still works. Hydraulic jacks are one of those things that if you don't use them for a while, the seals could dry up. Just need to jack this up enough that I can be able to rotate that front tire. After sitting all those years, the jack seems to be working still. So now I'm just gonna rotate this tire around. I should be actually using a spray bottle with some soapy water to test for leaks. Might as well do this now because if I don't, I'll probably regret it and end up doing it afterwards. Right, looks good. Let's lower it down. Power Fist! Alright, do you know what time it is? It's motherfucking beer time. We got some Focus Old Milwaukee. I haven't drank this in a long time. They got like a little pinup girl, but I miss the old days when they used to have the pinup girls. I don't know if they became woke or whatever it is, but it is what it is. This was cheap beer on sale, so that's why I bought it. So moving forward, the Jetta's fixed. That mirror's in place. It's nice. It was almost ready to fall out, that mirror. I better have a sip of my beer. If it wasn't for that cardboard holding the mirror glass steady, it would have came out. We got some deals from Princess Auto. It's nice because Princess Auto is like 10-minute drive away, and there's no crowd, so I can get what I want in and out quick. And then, as far as Tomcat goes, Tomcat this past week has been doing really well, but unfortunately, with diabetes and stage 2 kidney disease, he's going to have his good days, he's going to have his bad days. Unfortunately, the clock is ticking, and will he last to the end of this year? Will he last a little longer? That's to be determined, but the only thing I can do right now is make the rest of his days as comfortable as I possibly can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, unfortunately this video is not on a happy note, but I kept it short and had a few small projects to tackle before I move on to other stuff. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below. I'll see you guys in the next video.